Hey guys, welcome to one of my third matches that I'm showing to you guys. This is Halo Wars 2, the beta. On this one, I decided to go ahead and use my Warthogs. I was trying to go for a slight Warthog assault. I wasn't sure if I was going for exactly a rush, but I wanted to see how powerful they were since I haven't used them in any of my matches online yet. So yeah, I'll just be going ahead and narrating on some of the things I thought I was thinking at the time. So yeah, right now I'm just going ahead and building up my energy and supplies. I'm also getting some Marines to go ahead and get more resources throughout the map at this time. So yeah, I'm just getting the resources, making sure everybody kind of scattered out, trying to get as many supplies and energy as I can from my generators as quickly as I can. So yeah, on this one I'm trying to go for the Warthog assault. I know Halo Wars 1, the Warthogs, they were pretty powerful. You can get them out pretty quick. Since it's a deathmatch, I was hoping that maybe with a whole bunch of Warthogs I could do a lot of damage. But again, this is kind of more of a test of anything to see how powerful they were during the beta. I guess during the actual game, the Warthogs may or may not be better than they are now. So yeah, right now I'm just again building up as many supplies and resources, making sure I got my Marines out, getting more supplies. I got my first base, so I can get some more energy or supplies. Upgrading those, make sure everything's upgraded as quickly as possible. Okay, everything looking good so far. Since they're done, I'm going to the next place and going ahead and getting more resources. I'm trying to make sure that all groups of my Marines are at least getting something, making them kind of important, and also to help scout a bit, making sure that the enemy isn't placing any of their troops right beside my base. Alright, now I'm kind of just looking at what I want to build next. Again, I've never built any Warthogs yet, and I think I forgot exactly which building that was, because I was just checking on that, making sure that I got the vehicle one in my head, so I knew which one to get next, making sure that my I had enough for my tech tier as well. So again, I'm just building up everything, because I'm pretty sure on this one I'm going to go ahead and build up everything kind of fast, but also once I have enough bases, start working on my tech levels.
Supply pad upgrade complete.
Alright, so everybody's going to do something. Got my generators, got my energy, and my supplies coming through. Alright, let's see. Again, I'm just kind of looking through everything, making sure everything's good, getting all the resources as I can.
Generator constructed.
Alright, now I'm looking over, kind of seeing what my partner is up to as well, and also making sure that everything looking good on my end, making sure everything's upgraded still. Alright, perfect. Got my generator energy up. Alright, so now I can go for my tech 2. Yeah, I'm not sure why my troops are going down there. I was pretty certain that I picked them at the resources, but they were down below. But thankfully, I checked that. I didn't want them to go ahead and start attacking the enemy yet, because right now I just focused on just getting my supplies and energy up. So just in case if they did attack me now, I will have enough resources and energy, to mass produce a whole bunch of Marines. If I needed those.
Generator constructed.
Alright, got that. Alright, now here I saw the first enemy was banished. I think I ended up having all of my forces maybe attack them, or I had them retreat. But yeah, I think I end up having either all of my troops or all the troops in that area go ahead and attack them. I found out later, I believe, on this match that they had more troops too. They came out to try to attack me, I believe, on this one. But let's see. Again, just making sure I have a whole bunch of energy and supplies.
All units.
Okay, yeah, I did end up having all of my troops attack. Again, I'm not really too worried right now. I have plenty of energy I'm getting now and supplies. So again, I wasn't really too worried now for my Marines. So yeah, now I start to go ahead and get ready for my Warthogs. Go ahead and start buying some of those. And also too, I noticed at this time that they did have infantry, so I was pretty certain that with my Warthogs I could destroy those. Now if they did have instead of having infantry, if they had maybe aircraft, I would probably go ahead and switch maybe to more Marines attack those, or if they had vehicles I'd probably went with the aircraft instead. But on this match I was pretty much trying to try out the Warthog, so that was my primary objective on this, just to try those out. Yeah, right there I noticed that the Goss needed a another tier level. At first I was going to wait and build up my tech tier 3 and then get the gas and then get the Warthogs, but then I decided to go ahead and maybe build a few more Warthogs just in case if they started attacking a lot of my bases with a large infantry. Alright, so I got that now. Alright, got my 2 Warthogs out, so my tech tier 3 would be coming soon. So again, I'm not really too worried now. I'm kind of just building up a lot of other bases with supplies, energy, and also just have a few more Marines probably out just in case if he did try to attack any of those. Alright, so yeah, now he tried to come attack my main base. Luckily I had 2 of those out, so I pretty much did pretty good work on those. Again, now I'm pretty sure that he knew that I was creating vehicles, so I was kind of expecting him to go ahead and use I'm gonna start building up aircraft. So again, now I kind of focused on making sure I have everything else, more energy, more supplies, and also go ahead and try to go and get my Gauss cannon, because I figured, okay, if he did decide to go ahead and go with aircraft, maybe since I had more vehicles out, I could kind of counter their counter. And also too, with a whole bunch of supplies, energy, I could always, if anything, switch up my main plan for this, and go back to infantry, focusing on upgrading those, or focus on something else, maybe like anti-air.
Supply pad constructed.
All right, so again, right now I'm focusing on my energy and supplies. I noticed that I had a whole bunch of energy now, way more than my supplies, so on that one I kind of just went ahead and built 2 more supply pads so I can even those out a bit, since now my energy was getting really high but my supplies weren't as high. Okay, now I'm scouting on that. I never did see those people come and attack me, so I assumed that maybe they weren't trying to attack me. So now I'm kind of just scouting a bit to see where they have their main forces at and whatnot.
Supply pad constructed.
Alright, and so now I got my Gauss. Now I'm just waiting for a few more Warthogs, and also building up my vehicle strength and attack power. Alright, again, just focusing mainly on building more Warthogs and also making sure that everything else is pretty much upgraded, and also scouting out as well. So I'm kind of doing 3 things at once here. Again, on this build, I was mainly, focusing on my Warthogs, so I wanted to make sure I had as many bases as I can, giving me as much energy and supplies as possible. Okay, now here I saw one base, so sometimes I like to play around with people. So I have a few forces, so I was like, okay, let me go ahead and play around with him a bit. Maybe just attack him just with infantry, so that he'll either create anti-infantry or focus on something else. Maybe they would they would attack infantry. Again, kind of, just to throw him off, because I was creating Warthogs. So, alright, again, energy and supplies. Making sure I got that out. Building up my Warthogs. Yeah, as I predicted, he would come and attack me. Maybe, thinking that, I'm going to attack him with a full force of infantry. Again, I'm not. I'm going to attack him with the Warthogs, but I don't know. I like to keep my opponents guessing sometimes. And also, I like to mess up their buildings and whatnot too early in the match while I'm building my true forces. Okay, got that set. Alright, again, my infantry attacking his. He's bringing a lot of his infantry over there. I was also hoping that my opponent, my ally would do something too, maybe to help attack. And right here, he started glitching. But yeah, this would get done after a few seconds.
Suit's close to giving up the ghost.
Alright, it would stop for a second too, I forgot. And I was like, dang, the game froze. And I was so close to actually stopping it. But then it went black, and then it came back. Alright, yeah, then it came back. Alright, so now, again, I'm kind of just, scouting out, seeing where, he has his main bases, or where he didn't have his main bases. Also, during this time, I noticed that his partner got disconnected from the match. Now during this whole match, I did not know that I was only fighting one opponent. I thought it was at least two of them. So yeah, at that point, I was pretty certain that, my Warthog little ambush or attack would pretty much work, since he was just by himself, and I didn't really see that many bases that he had. So I was like 99.9% sure I had more supplies and resources. So even if my Warthog assault didn't work, I can always change to something else that would work to be a counter to whatever he had. And again, I'm kind of just pumping up more Warthogs now. Again, right here, I noticed that I had way too much energy compared to the supplies. On some of my later matches, I would, change that formula a bit. But since this was the beta, I didn't really mind too much. And now and also too, during this match, I knew I was going to attack one person, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to win this. So yeah, right now I have my Warthogs attacking his infantry. Yeah, they did do a lot of damage, which I like. Went pretty fast too, which I like again compared to infantry. Even though infantry is pretty good, they do take a while compared to vehicles or aircraft. Again, I was surprised to see another empty base. So right now I'm kind of just taking over every single base that I see. And again, producing more Warthogs. One thing I like about the ODST is that you can, well, actually I guess you can do it now with a banish, but you can drop down your ODST. Not the ODST, the UNSC is that you can drop down the ODST. And you can also drop down, I forget the name of it, but I think it was like one of the later command powers when you can drop down like a tank and infantry at the same time. I thought that was pretty cool. And also you can drop down the turret. So if you focus on aircraft or vehicles, you can also drop down infantry as well and help attack. So you have more leverage in the battlefield. Alright, so right now that was pretty easy. My teammate, I think he threw a mag blast. at the opponent.
Fire base constructed.
Alright, so that was easy. We destroyed all his bases right there.
All units.
So again, I'm pretty sure he had a few more troops somewhere in the battle. I mean, somewhere in the field. So we went ahead and I guess started scouting for those after I bought this too, just to make sure that he didn't try to buy this back.
All units.
And yeah, that was pretty much the end of this match. We went scouting. I never did find any of his other troops. However, I did, you know, trying to make sure that we were at least trying to get every single base. And right now, I'm kind of actually, you know, just having fun, you know, getting more supply pads and different things like that, just to have as much as I could on each base before the match ended. So yeah, guys, that was another Halo Wars 2 beta match. I'll be having more of these videos and commentary either throughout this week and maybe throughout next week, depending on how many more matches I can get, you know, outside of work. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and be sure to like and comment below if you like this video. Ciao.